Hello students. Yesterday we discussed some of the efforts to find out new sea route towards India. Today we will talk about arrival of Europeans to India, that is arrival of British and establishment of trade center. So our today's lecture is based on how Britishers successfully establish their trade relations in India. Let's start with this whole page is important as far as the objective type of questions concerned. So try your level best to understand every line. Now the Portuguese were the first to arrive in India. Can be asked in exam as fill in the blanks. Who were considered as or who was the first to arrive in India? They are Portuguese. Okay, for trade and after the discovery of the sea route to India. So after the discovery of sea route to India, Portuguese were the first one. With the span of the 100 years, the Portuguese took the control of several territories. Imagine. The 100 years of the start trade with India, Portuguese successfully took the control of the geographical places, territories of India. They are Diu, Daman, Goa, Cochin and Malacca. Okay, you can able to remember them by the help of some memory code. The memory code which we require to focus, that is the Portuguese get the control of DDMCG. This is the memory code. DDMCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground. Okay, MCG, DDMCG, DD Doordarshan. Okay, so first D is Diu, Daman, then M stands for Malacca, C stands for Cochin. Okay, remember Cochin. Okay, and G stands for Goa. Okay, so DDMCG, that is the memory code. Memory code of what? Memory code of Portuguese. Okay, so Portuguese successfully get the control of these locations, but there are not only 5 locations. ETC, I hope you understand, there are many places. Now, inspired by the Portuguese success in trade, okay, there are other European tribes also feel jealous, or they realize that, oh my God, Portuguese are successful. The Dutch from the Holland and the Danish from Denmark arrived in India for trade. So first Portuguese, then the Dutch people from Holland, then the Danish people from Denmark, they arrived in India for trade purpose. After observing these three, the English trader established East India Company. So one trader who established East India Company to carry out the trade with India. Now these Britishers, English person who established East India Company want to carry out trade with India, but at that point of time there were rule that without Queen's permission you can't do anything. So in the year 1600 AD, when Queen Elizabeth of England gave the permission to the East India Company to carry out trade with eastern countries. Okay, so here Queen Elizabeth gave the permission to whom? To the trader, that East India Company can carry out trade. The first ship under the leadership of Captain William Hawkins arrived in Surat. Now as you can see, she is Queen Elizabeth. Okay, she gave the permission. After her permission, okay, Captain William Hawkins arrived at Surat. Okay, he is William Hawkins and he arrived at Surat. Yeah. Now see what happened. William Hawkins arrived in Surat, but due to dominions and opposition from Portuguese, because Portuguese were already there. So Portuguese have dominion. Okay, they have rights. They are superior, and they oppose Britishers. That by Britishers you are not allowed. Huh? Please go home. We will not welcome you. We will not allow you. So due to dominions of the opposition of Portuguese, they means who? William Hawkins and their party were not allowed to establish trade there. There means Surat. Okay, so Portuguese oppose, and Portuguese say that you are not allowed over here. But William Hawkins and their group member, they can't accept lose easily. So what they do? Finally, East India Company got the permission from Mughal Emperor. Who is that Mughal Emperor? Name is Jahangir. And thus, the British East India Company established its first trade center also known as Kothi, in Surat in 1613 AD. Again, here is available, important. And initially, the company established the trade. Which location? Okay, Surat, Bharuch, Ahmedabad. Okay, so again memory code. Okay, East India Company. I write in short because I have a habit. East India Company. Okay, now East India Company start their trade in which location? East India Company start their location. Okay, on the places. Now how you remember easily? I hope you remember one channel available on TV. Which channel available? Sub TV. Many of you are aware about Sub TV. Okay, so remember this. East India Company start their trade. East India Company start their trade on Sub TV. Where Sub TV means what? S means S indicate Surat. Okay, A indicate Ahmedabad and B indicate Bharuch. So Sub TV, Surat, Ahmedabad and Bharuch. Clear? So East India Company start their trade on Sub TV. Sub means Surat, Ahmedabad and Bharuch. These are the memory code. I hope it will be helpful to you. If you like these kind of memory code, you can mention in comments. Okay, I'll prepare it for you. It depends the way how you react and comments on my video. It will be helpful to me to prepare more memory codes. So those who feel that, sir, this is very comfortable and it is easy for us, please comment on YouTube video. Okay. Next, so here Britishers start their trade in 3 locations, and these 3 locations are Surat, Bharuch and Ahmedabad. SAB, sub. Okay. But due to strong presence of Marathas in this region, now see what happened. Britishers are successful in this location. Now they want to expand. They want to expand their trade. But there is a presence of Maratha near Surat, Bharuch and Ahmedabad. So Marathas are danger people. Their presence is very strong presence. The company sensed danger to its existence. Company feel frightened. East India Company realized that we can't fight with Marathas. And hence they decide to move towards southeast direction, where they set up their center in Machilipatnam. Okay, that is Andhra Pradesh. St. George, that is Chennai, and Fort William, that is Calcutta. Okay, so let me show you something. This is Jahangir, who give permission to whom? To William Hawkins. Okay, and after the permission of Mr. Jahangir, William Hawkins start. Okay, now I want to clarify that in textbook it is not given, but if you notice this map, if you observe the screen, okay, here you can see the shape of bubble, okay, or balloon. This is the location, that is Machilipatnam. This is Machilipatnam. It's not given in textbook, so I am saying Andhra Pradesh, Machilipatnam. Okay. So, because of East India Company frightened from Marathas, the company decide to move towards south and east direction. Clear? And they start their trade center at Machilipatnam. Okay, now along with Machilipatnam, they also start their trade center on other location, and that other location are, see, which location? St. George, that is Chennai, this is St. George, and Fort William, okay, that is Calcutta, available over here. Okay, so 3 location, St. George, Fort William, and another, as I already clarified to you, okay, that is Machilipatnam. Okay, other than these 3, Mumbai became their headquarters. In 1687, again here come important, okay, in 1687, Mumbai became East India Company's headquarters. Okay, you are able to see in Indian map, Mumbai available over here. Alright, and by the help of this blue dot, you can able to understand, blue dot are British company. Those which are in triangle, they are British colony. Triangle means French colony, and Portuguese, they are available with a star. Okay, so remember them. Alright, fine, we repeat again the whole thing. The East India Company got the permission with the help of Mr. Jahangir. Okay, and first they start their Koti trade center in Surat in 1613 AD. Then they start their trade center in Sub TV. I give a memory code. Okay, Sub means Surat, Ahmedabad, and Bharuch. Then they start their location towards southeast direction. Why? Because they are frightened from strong presence of Marathas. And then in 1687 AD, Mumbai become their headquarters. Okay, I hope you correlate the incident. Now, kahani mein twist. Okay, the French East India Company arrived in India for trade in 1668. Okay, I hope you relate this line. This line indicates about Mumbai become headquarters in 1687, and now East India Company. But which East India Company? French East India Company arrived in India in 1668 after 1 year. 1687. After 1687. Okay, incidents are different. I made a mistake. Sorry. 1668 AD, the French East India Company arrived. Okay, I repeat, 1668 AD, French East India Company arrived and eventually set up their trade. Okay, trade center. Now, where the French East India Company start their trade center? They start their trade center at Mahi, Karaikal, Pondicherry, which is known as Puducherry, Chandranagar, and Machilipatnam. Machilipatnam I already show you. Okay, other places I want to show you where the French people start their area. This is Mahe. I hope you can see Mahe, Puducherry, Karaikal, okay, and Chandranagar. Now Chandranagar I want to show you. Chandranagar is not mentioned on this map in the textbook. Chandranagar is here. I hope you are able to see. Okay. This is Chandranagar, near Calcutta. This is Chandranagar. Okay, clear? So, I made a mistake in the year, I rectify again. In 1687, Mumbai became headquarters of British East India Company, and 1668, before this, okay, French East India Company arrived and they set up their trade in Mahe, Karaikal, Puducherry, Chandranagar and Machilipatnam. In 18th century, the English and the French were constantly busy in establishing their rule in entire world. See, French also tried the level base to establish rule on entire world. British also want to establish rule on entire world. Imagine, I am not talking about India, I am talking about entire world. And conquering, capturing more territories, cover up more territories, capture more territories. Okay. So between, again here comes important, 1747, between 1746 and 1763. I repeat, between 1746 and 1763, there were 3 Karnataka war between French East India Company and British East India Company in India. Okay, there are three times, the three wars, Karnataka wars, between 1746 to 1763. Between whom? Between British East India Company and French East India Company. Now, what is the result of this war? The result of the war is the French East India Company lost. And because they lost, it making easy for the expansion of British East India Company. Since British East India Company victorious, it is easy for British East India Company now to expand their kingdom, to expand their area, to expand their territories. Thus, at the end of this battle for power, okay, what happened after this war? At the end of the battle, at the end of this Karnataka war, at the end of the battle for power, Portuguese were left. Okay, with which area? Portuguese were left with Diu, Daman and Goa. Now, French had their trade center only in which area? Chandranagar, Mahe, Karaikal and Pondicherry. And Dutch had to live forever. Dutch people have to leave India. They go home. They have to wind up themselves and then they have to pack themselves and parcel at their own native nation. They are not part of India now. Okay. I again repeat, there was a war between 1746 to 1768. Okay. Between French East India Company and British East India Company. Okay. And they are known as Karnataka Wars, and this war happened 3 times. Okay. Result, French East India Company lost, and that's why it is easy for British East India Company to go for expansion of their area, and that's why at the end of the battle of power, Portuguese were left with only 3 places, Diu, Daman and Goa. Okay. French are happy with their trade center with Chandranagar, Mahe, Karaikal and Pondicherry, and the Dutch people has to live forever. Okay. So this is what the historical events create favorable situation for Britishers. Britishers are also very cunning. They are also successful to expand themselves. That's why we have a very important noteworthy point over here. If Jahangir refused to give permission to British East India Company, then the history of India was different. Okay. Now we will revise all the noteworthy years. 1600 AD. I will try my level best to establish in a sequential fashion. 1600 AD, Queen Elizabeth of England gave the permission, okay, to East India Company to start their trade. After that, in 1613 AD, okay, initially here the first trade center start at Surat. British East India Company with the help of Jahangir permission, they start their Koti trade center in 1613 AD. Okay, after that 1613 AD, in a sequential fashion, next incident happens what? 1630 AD, then 1668 AD, French East India Company arrive in India for trade purpose. Okay, then 1687 what happened? Mumbai become the headquarter, okay, of British East India Company. After that, in 18th century, 1746, between 1746 to 1763, 3 Karnataka wars between French East India Company and British East India Company fought, and then British East India Company victorious. Okay, so this is the our today's lecture. In today's homework, I will send this particular blank map. Those who know how to edit image in gallery, they can point out this color, okay, to go for a practice that which are the areas of British colony, French colony and Portuguese colony. This particular homework is optional. This particular which I narrate right now in my video, and the homework which I send through PDF, that's compulsory. Okay. If you find out any difficulty to send email, you can write in comment section. I will definitely attend it. Okay. But one request, please do not communicate in WhatsApp. Okay, it disturbs my video lecture processing part. Okay, it's nothing personal, but it disturbs in my professional work. Okay, so tomorrow again we will go ahead with a new topic. Till then, please take care of yourself. Bye.